series. Also, the co-hosts have a big announcement that you won't want to miss. All next on Live. Now, here are Kelly Ripa and Michael Strahan.
Thursday, can't you? It's Thursday, January 32nd, 2015. Thursday, officially the new Friday.
Yes,
because I feel like Thursday night in the city is the big going out night. Don't you? If you go out in the city, don't you go out on a Thursday night?
I'm going out tonight.
You are? Where are you going?
I wasn't planning on it, but since you said it's a good night, I figured I'd just jump in.
Oh, you haven't decided yet?
I might go somewhere tonight. Why not? But this is like the night to go out.
Yeah, it is.
But I never understood that because people go out on a Thursday like there's absolutely nothing, no work tomorrow.
I know.
And I've never been able to like get that in my head.
I know, but now that we've discovered the thrill of coming into work hungover on a Friday,
Party
just like
tonight.
Tomorrow's audience will be, it's incredible.
We will be partying tonight. But yeah, you got to kind of pace yourself. That's what I found out. I got to pace myself. I'm not the young whippersnapper I used to be.
Not me. I'm all whipper, all snapper, all the time. Professional, good time Charlie. Says so right on my Instagram account.
So how was your night?
It was good. It was a good night. It was homework infused. It was it's a snooze fest. You don't want to hear it. You all lived my last night.
But homework with kids?
Yeah, homework, pre-college stuff, pre-college stuff. How the heck did that happen? He was 3 years old when I got my job here.
Really?
3. Now we're looking at college. What in the world went wrong?
Does he have a preference? What type of school? East Coast, West Coast? Do you want him close to home? You want to get him out of here? What do you want to do?
This is what he says, and this terrifies us. He says, he'll name the school he wants to go to, and he goes, that way I can live at home with you guys. And I know Mark's got big plans for his bedroom.
Yeah, you got to go.
Big plans. He's already started installing things into his room. Mark's like, Michael goes, what's that? And Mark's like, that's a cigar filtration system.
But the thing is, like, I love my kids, but when it's time to go to college, you need to learn to be independent.
Right.
It's time for you to get out.
Right.
Fly.
Right.
Fly.
That's right.
But yeah, but he'll enjoy it. Once he gets out, that first year is always the hardest.
Well, you know, when he did his internship in California last year, he loved it. And I was like, aha, he's going to wind up
living
in California. But I think, an internship is one thing where, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. And college seems like a much longer process. So I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go.
Well, they got vacations and breaks. What are you encouraging him to do?
We're encouraging him to look outside of his own backyard and go beyond the borders of the tri-state area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something just far enough that you can't live at home.
Right.
That's the key.
Right.
Right outside the city, so it's too far for you to commute.
Right.
So you can stay at school.
That's right.
And, last night, I went to see a great play last night.
Did you see it?
I went to see The Elephant Man. Yes, yeah. Bradley Cooper. He was good.
I still haven't seen it.
Well, you have to go see it.
I know I have to see it.
I love Bradley. He's one of the nicest guys, and American Sniper has been killing it in the box office. Well deserved. Great movie. And he was on last week. And he won the Critics' Choice. When I went out to host the Critics' Choice, I actually saw him beforehand. Yeah. He goes, well, I can't go because of the play, but if I win, you should accept on my behalf.
Oh, did you get to do that?
No.
Oh.
Because I was backstage and they put me in one of those get-ups. I think I was getting dressed up like Angelina Jolie in Maleficent. Yeah, and I hear, and the winner is Bradley Cooper for American Sniper.
Did you go, I gotta go?
I gotta go. I tried to. I was so mad. And like, he's not here to accept the award. And I was like, he is here. It's me. I am Bradley Cooper today. But he was awesome. Patricia Clarkson.
Oh, she is, you know, one of those just great actresses.
Yes, it makes it look so easy.
Everything, yeah, she's amazing.
In Bradley's role, I mean, it was so physical from how he had to like transform and move his body and hold these poses and the way he had to walk, to the point of afterwards I went backstage to see him and I said, you must have an incredible chiropractor and masseuse on site.
He's very fit.
Yeah, because you have to. I mean, your hips and your buttocks and all that stuff. Got it, his fingers. I thought my finger was jacked up. You should see him in this show, what he has to do. And I was physically exhausted.
People don't understand. I mean, if you really want to see excellence, go see a Broadway play. I mean, that is where the real actors are. That's where the real performers are. They are amazing. And I'm always so impressed when, you know, movie stars, and he started out in theater, but when movie stars come back and do theater, and, you know, there's so much risk for them. There's so much, you know, eyeballs and a lot of attention, and you know, sometimes people root almost against them. Not him, of course, because I think Bradley Cooper is one of the most beloved people in the industry. I'm just saying in general. But I'm just always so impressed with these performances that you see. That's true greatness. Those Broadway stars, Broadway actors, Broadway performers on any level are just the greatest.
And I love seeing somebody who can jump from film to Broadway, who can do everything. I mean, Hugh Jackman's another one.
I mean,
they can just do it all. So if you want to get a chance to get out, if you have a night to get out, go check out a great play. Go check out The Elephant Man and Bradley Cooper and Patricia Clarkson. Really good. I had a great time last night at the show.
You love Patty Clarkson so much. Yeah. She's just great. Just great. Now listen, I want to talk about something in the news today that is a story that is fascinating me so much. And I mean, I just want to know, women, your take on this, because I have like my own take on this.
Okay.
So there was a guy that was like, I don't want to use the word stalking, but he was very aggressively asking this British woman out on a date, constantly. And she did not want to go out on a date with him. She's a 20-year-old woman, and she met him through a dating site. They had gone on a couple of dates. She realized he was not for her, but he didn't feel that way at all, so he starts aggressively pursuing her. And so she decides that she is going to pretend she's her sister when she communicates with him, and she tells him as the sister that she has fallen desperately ill. She's very ill and can't go on a date with him. And he says, well, what hospital she's in, I'll come and see her. And so after going back and forth about being ill and being hospitalized and what floor is she on, guess what she does? I'm so sorry to inform you, my sister has passed away. She has faked her death to avoid this guy. Okay? Now, I get where she's coming from.
What?
I get it. Listen, I haven't been on a date in 21 years, 22 years. I haven't been on a date in over 2 decades. But I remember some of them. And I remember thinking, gosh, I wish this chandelier would fall on my head. Crush me to death before I have to just excuse myself and never come back.
But is this did he ever find out?
No, he never found out. He didn't respond. Oh no, he did. Yeah, no, he did. He bumped into her a year later.
Oh!
He did.
Oh no.
Yep.
I bet you she didn't think about that part.
What a surprise!
I'm alive.
What? Yeah, she did. Instead of saying, what are you doing here? She goes, what am I doing here? Yeah, no, he messaged her again after that a few months later. But here's a guy, though. I think he's one of these guys, because people go, why weren't you just direct? Just be direct. Just say, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. I don't like the way this is going. He's the kind of guy that I think she, in her, maybe in every fiber of her being, knew doesn't really understand those sort of social cues of.
But come on, you don't have to fake kill yourself to get away from the guy.
Sometimes you have to fake your own death.
You don't have to fake your death.
Sometimes you have to fake your death.
And I'm kind of bothered by this, because everybody's always crying about relationships. She had a man that would love her to death.
Yeah. Exactly. That's the whole point.
When the man really wants you is right there. You're going to fake your death. See, I would never do that, because I'd be afraid I'd really die, just because God's like, you do that, I got something for you.
Yeah, no.
I just couldn't do that. Couldn't do it.
God wouldn't do that. God would wait until it was like your wedding day.
Oh, I can only imagine. Forget about her going, oh my God, it's the guy. Imagine him seeing her. He's probably like, am I the only one that can see you? You're good.
That's what I would have done. I would have been like, I came back to tell you I'm so sorry. Nobody else can see me here.
Oh, boy.
Don't respond to me, or people will think you're talking to yourself back. I always felt bad that we never got to have that final date. And then I would take my pottery wheel and I would go away.
Oh, man. Oh,
it's a ghost reference for those of you under the age of
maybe that's a good
30.
maybe it's a good lesson, just being up front with somebody. Just say, hey, it's not working out. We're not meant to be.
I'm just saying, I'm not sure that this guy would have understood it's just not working out.
No, but before you kill yourself, try that.
Listen, women don't just jump to, I'm going to fake my own death, right? You're all reasonable women. But if you're jumping to faking your own death by pretending you're your sister, something has gone horribly wrong that has signaled to you that this guy doesn't handle.
But I'm going to tell you something else. We need to look at it from the other side. Maybe he dodged a bullet, because she seemed a little crazy to me. What's that word? What's the word they want a man? She's cray-cray.
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 Listen, this is a glass totally full situation. It is.
Well, we have a big show today, and we still have a big announcement.
Coming up in a little bit.
Coming up in a little bit. All right. Man.
How big is it?
It's big.
How big is it,
You'll find out soon.
Okay, because we don't like being surprised.
Okay.
I hate we have all these papers up here and we don't get to any of them.
That's right.
It just bothers me that I did all this reading. All this reading. Wow. Kelly did all that reading for nothing.
I didn't. I only read the highlighted part.
She looked at the pictures. Here we go. Come on.
I did. I looked at the pictures.
I didn't read mine either. I'm kidding. All right. It's time for our Winter Gone Wild Travel Trivia.
Whole Patriot scandal broke, our balls have been deflated. Are you a Patriots fan?
Are you going to ban me from the show?
I'm good. Yes, yes, get out.
Can we?
No. We didn't know that was an option. Hey, today's trivia dancer is Sunny Sharouche from New York, New York.
Sonny, thank you for bringing some sun to our show this morning.
Yes,
that was great. That was really, really good. And let's say hello to Nancy Story from Clinton, Ontario. Hello, Nancy.
Kelly and Michael.
Hello.
Hey, Nance. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Now,
it's a little chilly here. It's 7 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
But
well, for this time of year, that's actually very warm where you are, isn't it?
Yes, true.
Now, it doesn't look like it keeps you from having some fun. What's up with your picture? Where are you in this picture?
I was at a charity for, it was called Dancing with Stars. It was just local businesses that picked just somebody, to dance with them, and they just did this for charity.
And was it like a masquerade ball?
Yes, it was. That was the theme.
Yeah. I love a masquerade ball. Fun, yeah. All right, let's spin the wheel, see what you're playing for, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Here's a great prize, the Red Mountain Resort in southern Utah.
Very nice.
Ooh, 7 days, 6 nights in deluxe accommodations.
All right.
It includes what? 3 meals daily.
Tell you what, you want that fourth, pull out your pocketbook.
That's right. 2 massages per person. Round-trip airfare courtesy of Orbitz. A surprise valued at $5,300. You have 20 seconds and only one guest. Nancy, good luck.
Thank you.
All right, here you go, Nancy. On yesterday's show, we talked with actor Jude Law. What country did Jude say he went to on his vacation?
To India.
You got it. Easy.
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 8 days and 7 nights at the exclusive La Playa Beach and Golf Resort in Naples, Florida. The La Playa features luxuries such as championship golf, 2 spa treatments per person, oceanfront breakfast and dining for the ultimate beachfront getaway. Visit online at laplayaresort.com. Your price is valued at $7,700.
Hey, Nancy, congratulations.
It's going to be a great anniversary gift. My husband and I are going to be celebrating 40 years in February.
Congrats.
Nancy, do not tell him you won this.
He's sitting right here. He was my backup.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess you have to bring him.
Yeah.
Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a $500 gift certificate from Zappos. So please pick a number between 1 and 189.
I'm going to pick 7 for our anniversary.
There we go. Right up front. Congratulations, Nancy. Congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Now, it's the biggest, the brightest, the most star-studded night of the year. It's the 87th Annual Academy Awards, everybody.
That's right. And hours after the Oscars go dark, we bring the magic back and go live from the very same stage the next morning. Take a look.
People yelling.
Wow, I'm at the Oscars.
Pretty much just unreal. The anticipation. Red carpet madness. The big winners.
All right.
What kind of a program is this?
Only 2 hosts can turn Hollywood's biggest night.
We haven't got to have a celebration drink yet.
Yeah, want you?
Are you doing this all night?
All night long.
Into the best morning ever.
Did you get any sleep before you?
No.
I haven't even slept.
I don't know if you heard, but we didn't win anything.
Let it go.
The stars, my man, the stage. And guess who's coming back the morning after? Oscar host Neil Patrick Harris. Live from the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, California, it's Live After Oscar Show, Monday, February 23rd.
Oh, yeah. It's our 4th year. It's our 4th year of the official After Oscar Show, and sure to be the best one yet, no doubt. It's a show you don't want to miss.
Now, for audience tickets for our After Oscar show, live at the Dolby Theater on Monday, February 23rd in California, go to our website. Remember, these are just tickets to the show. We are not, I repeat, not flying 5,000 people to California. Don't know what you heard about this show, but that would be the Oprah Winfrey show. So go there for that. But
Exactly.
if you want tickets and you're going to be there anyway, let us know and we will give you tickets.
Yeah.
See that?
We got the hookup. All right, Everybody stay right there. When we come back, the multi-talented Don Cheadle will be here.
Still ahead on Live from The Big Bang Theory, Simon Helberg.
An award-winning actor who's played everything from a con man to an action hero. Please welcome the one and only Don Cheadle.
That sounded aggressive. I don't know what that was.
He yelled for breakfast. Like, let's eat breakfast. Yeah, I eat breakfast too.
So you know what? I know you're a big football fan.
You're going to go
Looking
in on
forward to
me.
the Super Bowl, man?
I am looking forward to the Super Bowl, but my team is not in it, and they went out in a blaze of unglory. So I'm crushed.
Would
the
that
Broncos.
be the Broncos?
Yeah, the Broncos. Don't act like you feel that way.
I feel.
You don't feel that way.
I'm really faking some hurt for you right now.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
But does your family care? I mean, you got a wife. They must console you or something.
They don't care. They could care less.
You're surrounded by people who don't
Who do
care.
not care. Yeah.
I care. Does that help?
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah.
You believe she cares? You didn't believe I care?
Yes. I know where your allegiances lie.
That's right. Now, I hear that your family is very competitive with each other. And you have, like, board game nights and all that?
We do. We have board game nights. There's some dance battles with, you know, the Dance Dance Revolution.
No kidding.
Yeah, we get it in. And we try to play games where everyone can win, but there really are no games like that are any fun anyway.
Right.
So there's usually tears from someone.
Who's the biggest crier, you or?
Yeah, me.
Now I heard that somebody like moves the furniture around or something for you.
Yeah, you know, well, my wife is a designer, and she likes to use our house sort of as an experimental space. You know what I mean? She does it in her business elsewhere, but you know, it's very often I'll come home and there's a whole new room situation.
When you come home.
You guys are you know about that, right?
Okay,
You do that.
now that's
You
a
come home
before or
reading?
after right there.
This is a before, and then she aftered it.
Oh, she's
That's
sexy that
gorgeous.
thing up, man.
Right?
Do you ever come home, like, waiting to, like, you just automatically go to your chair or your thing, you're reading a book or you're reading the paper, you go to sit down and your chair's not there?
Yes,
Or,
and you
like,
just go straight to the
down
ground.
to the
Yeah, straight to the
ground,
ground. Yeah, that happens. But she, you know, look, it's fine. We have a beautiful home, and she likes to play with it, and I guess that's the best thing.
That must be nice for you to come home and, like, to have, like, a brand sparkly new nest, like, every couple of days.
And then a brand sparkly new, like, oh, and it cost this much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that never stops.
Yeah, genie.
But it's season 4, House of Lies, and things have not been going well for Marty Khan, man.
No, he's got things that he has to deal with, but it's of his own doing. You know, in season 4, I'm in prison because Jeannie set me up.
She drops a bombshell on you.
She drops a bombshell in the form of a baby, so now we are with child.
She sends you to prison, and she's pregnant with your child. What did you do? So we had a lady earlier just faked herself to death on herself just not to go on a date. So you must have really messed up.
I want to talk to her. Is she here?
She's not here. She's in the UK, but we could, I'm sure, find her for you.
It's like a match made in hell. Yeah, no, it's Marty does what he does. You know, he puts himself. He's hoisted on his own petard. He puts himself in those positions, and then this is the fallout.
And what about his son Roscoe? What is going on with Roscoe?
Is what's not going on with Roscoe.
Right.
Roscoe's going through it, and he's becoming a teenager. And right now, it's great because Donis Leonard Jr., who's basically grown.
We sort of half commit and then we stop.
I appreciate that you call it dancing. I'm highly contagious too. I should warn that.
Have you been ill? Have you been under the weather?
I've had some. Yeah, I have kids, so it's a constant.
We've been going through it here too.
That's all. But I'm better now. I don't want to.
No, but look,
the most high-fiving I've ever.
We got you covered.
Okay, thank God.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Just sprinkle it on.
Sprinkle it. And I'll be giving it to the audience.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Now, you grew up in L.A. You live in L.A. now. But did you always want to be an actor?
Well, naturally, when I was young, I wanted to be a karate master. And I aimed high, and I saw the Karate Kid.
Did you join the Cobra Kai dojo?
Well, no, I had to protect myself. See, I thought, you know, a bunch of 25-year-old high school students were going to come and try to attack me.
25-year-old high school students.
When I dressed up as a shower curtain. So I had to train, and I actually became a black belt. It was crazy. I really did. By the age of 10. But, you know, I was...
You must be lethal.
No, I mean, I was tiny. I learned how to run away, and I could practice in front of a mirror. But in terms of actual combat, I never had to...
Can you hurt Michael right now?
Emotionally.
Emotionally.
That's all it takes sometimes, man.
You want to talk about some daddy issues?
No.
Yeah, so that was my big strength. Yeah, and I studied, and I wore like a 000 size uniform, and it was hard though. They went hard on me, even though I think they just wanted to scare me out of the dojo because they knew I would never.
But you lasted. You ended up being a black belt. I mean, that's
did.
amazing. That really is an accomplishment.
I did. I think it's this long now. I went back and looked at it. I was like, I really was the smallest. I remember I had to break a board, and I was running. I had to do a jump kick, and I tripped over my pants because they were so big. And that was a 000. Still, I couldn't even.
Horrible. But you have a lot of accomplishments. You are a brilliant pianist.
Well, I call myself a brilliant pianist.
No, but I understand that you are.
I do play piano, yeah. So I went from karate, again, it's this very natural transition, to playing jazz and rock piano. I started playing at like the Roxy and the Whiskey when I was 13, 14 years old. Which is weird.
You've got to be the coolest kid ever.
Well, I mean, I thought I was, but I was in a band with a bunch of really handsome, you know, rock and roll, blonde, long-haired guys, didn't wear shoes, couldn't really play instruments, but they hired a little savant who would sit in the corner.
Did you meet those guys at the Cobra Kai?
Yes. They hazed me. It was, but they would, you know, they would get up on stage and hit, you know, an attitune chord, and then they would say solo, and then I would just be soloing for like an hour while they slept with all the girls at the concert. So I think they used me. I don't know. I was like a little Rain Man just in the corner.
Well, right now they're all sitting at home going, oh my goodness, there's Simon. Because The Big Bang Theory, you play Howard, one of my favorite shows, favorite characters.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
That just seems like it's gone. That's way too many seasons. It doesn't seem. It seems like 3 seasons.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
so good.
Remember when you were like? I feel like I remember I would hear when I was a kid, you'd hear people say, "Oh, 10 years ago," and I remember I was 12, and then I started saying, "10 years ago, you know, you were like." Now I'm able to say that, and 10 years ago I was not 2. I was a grown man. I'm still getting used to time. So yeah, 8 seasons is a chunk of time.
We'll Never Have Paris, star of, creator of. I mean, this is your movie, right?
Yes, in every possible way. My wife and I decided for some stupid reason to go back and direct the story of our demise, our intercontinental catastrophic breakup that preceded a horribly clumsy proposal, and that was it. And we went back and actually, most people make mistakes and then they let them, you know, fester and turn into terrible diseases. But I went back and relived all of them on camera. So
this is a true story about your relationship with your wife, Jocelyn.
Yes,
the real thing.
Yes, it is based on that, and you know, ripped sort of unfortunately from those headlines. It was a clumsy moment. We all have those. I think anyone that's had a less than perfect proposal, which is probably a lot of people, or a breakup before a proposal, which seems to be a lot of people.
But her breakup drove her to Paris.
Yeah, well, I self-destructed, and she had no choice. The best thing she could do was get far, far away. But she met a Frenchman in Paris who played violin, and that's hard to compete with.
Oh, my God.
So I did what I thought was chivalrous, but might have been more stalking, and I showed up. Surprise! And she was just like...
And then did she fake her own death over the phone?
The look in her eyes was...
Is this a happy movie?
It's a comedy because it was so tragic that I think it actually became hilarious. So you can laugh at our pain. It's an epically clumsy proposal story, and yeah, I eventually won her back and sort of bullied her into marrying me, which is that's the trick.
But I have one quick question.
Yeah.
Who is this scene from? Because she co-directed it with.
I know. Yeah.
So when you're looking at a scene, are you going, I don't remember it happening like that?
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. There were things. I mean, I gave her all the. You know, like imagine when you make a mistake or you have an argument, and then you get to go back years later and you tell your wife, okay, now you get to direct me in this scene where I was, you know, where I made all these. So I gave her all the power now.
Yeah.
She got to tell me, squeal higher and grovel more, and you know, and then her parents were watching us sometimes reenacting these scenes. So it was a bit of a bizarre choice on my part.
At any point, is there a duel between the piano and the French violinist? Is there a musical duel? I hope and pray there is.
There is. I had to win her back somehow, but everything goes wrong at every turn, and it's a romantic comedy with a bit of a underbelly, and it's based on my underbelly.
Don't y'all want to see a clip? Let's take a look at a clip.
Yeah.
And this doesn't see an awkward situation.
Yeah, this is in the film. This is the girl that sort of derails my proposal, and I try to give it a shot with her, and we may not be incredibly compatible.
Sweet. I don't know what that means. Here, with some secrets to a better snooze, is best-selling author Dr. Michael Brews, a.k.a. the Sleep Doctor. How are you? Lovely to meet you.
Now, Doc, you're going to show us a lot of ways to get a better night's sleep, so let's get started. I'm ready to go to bed.
All right, so we know, first of all, that a lot of people will take over-the-counter things that buy at the drugstore, things like that. A lot of them have to do with pain. So one of the first things we talk about is why would you treat pain and sleep at the same time? Well, people in pain have a hard time sleeping, but you don't just treat the pain and you don't just treat the sleep. If you treat them together, they're generally going to have a better night's rest. Some people might not need the pain, and so that's when they have just the overall over-the-counter sleep aids. Now, just to be, you know, transparent, what those are is those are antihistamines. Right? So when you take an antihistamine, it kind of gives you a little bit of a fuzzy drug head, makes you feel a little bit sleepier. That's what kind of helps people. But the problem is that they can last very long and it can give you a hangover. Right? But if you're using these more than 2 to 3 times a week, you want to try to talk with your doctor about maybe having something that's more of a prescription.
Okay.
That's what we've got here. 3 different categories for prescriptions. A lot of people have heard of Lunesta, Ambien, Rosarum. Those are kind of the standard sleep drugs that are out there. Very powerful, work very well. If you get into the more powerful range, you end up with the benzodiazepines, like Restoril, Halcion. Those got a lot more power to the punch, a little bit more on the addictive side. You want to kind of be very, very careful in the use of those. Some people even use anxiety medications like Xanax or Valium to help them with their sleep. Again, not the best idea in the world. Really want to stick with the sleep drugs. There's something new coming out called Belsomra, which is pretty interesting. It actually turns off the wake switch instead of turning on the sleep switch.
Oh.
Kind of cool stuff.
That's amazing.
If you're not interested in a pharmaceutical or over-the-counter and you want to go to the vitamin place or the health food store, these are a couple of options. First of all, the B vitamins, always great for maintaining a good, healthy sleep cycle. But don't take them at night because they have a tendency to give you energy. Take them in the mornings. You want B12, B6, and folic acid. They all help with sleep cycles. And vitamin D turns out to also be a really good energy booster, so that's something else you can take in the morning. If you're having a hard time with sleep still and you've done the vitamin thing, you can look at something like valerian. Valerian is something that helps reduce your anxiety. Most data behind valerian out of any of the herbs out there. There's also something called melatonin. Now, melatonin is not a sleep initiator, it's a sleep regulator. Most melatonin is sold in an overdosage format, so you want to look for a smaller dose, between 1/2 and 1 milligram. And you want to take it 90 minutes before bed because it takes that long for it to work.
Right.
So you need to be really careful with something like melatonin.
I'm going to just eat some turkey. Puts me out every Thanksgiving.
Good point.
Okay, so let me tell you about turkey. You'd have to eat a 46-pound turkey.
No problem.
For you, it might not be a problem. Right. For the rest of us, I'm not so sure that would work. One of the things I like to tell people about is a unique recipe that we came up with called banana tea. So most people don't know, but bananas are loaded with magnesium, but the peel has 3 times the amount of magnesium. So yeah, I'm going to go there. What you do is you actually take the banana, scrub it off, cut off the tips, cut it in half, leave the fruit in and the peel on.
Okay.
Boil it for 7 minutes.
Okay.
You can put a little bit of honey or a little bit of cinnamon. Try this.
I will try this right now.
It's banana tea. If you like bananas, it's delicious.
That is bananas.
It is bananas.
It's like drinking a banana cream pie.
Well, you know what, Doc? We got to take a quick break. And when we come back, Dr. Bruce reveals simple ways to make over your bedroom for a better night's sleep. So stay right there. We'll be right back.
You know,
Kickstart your wellness New Year's resolution with a Meta Effect. Try new Metabiotic, a probiotic supplement with Bioactive 12, which naturally helps support a healthy immune system. To learn more, go to livekellyandmichael.com for details. Tomorrow on Live, we'll give you tips on how to keep your kids healthy and well.